Behind him, Cole Witt and Justin Johnson.
An impressive performance so far by Justin Johnson.
It really has, and that 51 truck seems to be good on new tires. He's really fast for a number of laps. Fades a little before the time to pit, but really good on new tires.
Cole Witt's going to jump to the inside of him as they exit turn number 4.
They stay side by side. Here comes Nelson Piquet Jr. making the pass on the outside. He gets by Cole Witt as they go through the tribal and across the stripe.
Another impressive performance by Nelson Piquet Jr. We talked to him during the qualifying show, and he said, I really felt like when we got to a faster racetrack, we would be better after running Darlington and Martinsville and Phoenix.
Got a little bit more wide open here, not so confined like you are at Darlington, Martinsville, some of those tighter tracks. So you got a little more room to work here.
You're tight. It's tight between teammates right now. The 88 of Matt Crafton and the 13 of Johnny Sauter. Those two are teammates.
Seems like they've been locked together since the start of this race.
Reaching out and touching each other. Yikes!
Very hard and very close. To the outside goes Brendan Gaughan in the 62. He tries to pass them both.
We talk about Brendan and how much he loves that outside line.
Gets by both of them, and Brendan Gaughan takes the position away.
Moves up into the top 10.
Matt Crafton is able to get in front of that 13.
Yeah, they need to separate there. They're going to get themselves in trouble running that close together.
Justin Lofton and Timothy Peters running side by side now. Now it's going to be three wide.
Tight.
Pappas. Little contact from David Starr, and up the racetrack Max Pappas goes. There's still 3 wide. Here comes Ricky Carmichael through the middle.
I'm not sure that Max Pappas knew that they were 3 wide. He took a normal line down in the corner like they were only side by side. There wasn't room.
Max Pappas still trying to get his bearings right now. He came down and hit Craig Ghost in the 46. Todd Bodine still trying to figure out how to keep that truck going the right direction with the damage to the front end.
Yeah, that thing's really evil in traffic with that splitter up in the air the way it is. It's getting a lot of air on the nose. It's causing Todd a lot of problems.
It's Bobby Hamilton Jr. in the 1 falling back. You see now Matt Crafton trying to pass back Brendan Gaughan. Gaughan stays on the high side. Crafton takes the position down on the bottom of the racetrack. So that's for 10th. Crafton will take the 10th spot back from Gaughan.
We saw that situation that Max Pappas made contact with another truck on the inside of him. There's Max right there, the 9 Geico Toyota.
Shane Segan, the 93.
Let's go back and look at what happened to Max. Here they are. Outside of 3 wide, I don't think Max realized that they were 3 wide. He comes down to make his normal line. David Starr, the 81 Zachary truck, was there. Travis Quapple on the inside. They made a slight bit of contact, but a nice save by Max.
No, Max did a really nice job right there and the track's in pretty good shape because you don't sell that dust and dirt flying up like we do a lot of times. So there is some grip for these guys to be able to do what they're doing here.
This is Jason White's gun broker on board. Watch this now. There's the contact.
Whoa.
Up the racetrack went Max Pappas.
And they were 3 wide behind them as well.
So Max Pappas has dropped back to the 18th spot now. Side by side for position once again. Brendan Gaughan on the outside of Johnny Sauter. So Sauter trying to take that position back that Gaughan was able to pass when he passed the teammates as they were running side by side.
Brendan gets such a good run through the center of the corner. He's got Timothy Peters, the 17 truck, right behind them. Remember, Timothy's one of those guys that came down pit road, as well as the 62 of Brendan Gaughan and the 88 of Matt Crafton.
It's so tempting to run up high like that because nobody wants to run up there. So you got a lot of room. You got your own little groove. You got your own little area, but you lose a lot of time. You make it up a little on exit, but you lose so much going in and through the center.
Hermie Sadler.
Yeah, you guys are watching the 13 and the 88 teammates battling on the racetrack, but they are together when it comes to both being on pit road at lap 76. Now, Joe Shear told Johnny Sauter once the race went back to green, he says we are about 7 laps short from being able to stop one more time and make it to the end. So if this thing goes green, that extra fuel could be a big advantage for these guys that came to pit road.
It's been 34 laps since Kyle Busch was on pit road, 36 laps since Hornaday and Austin Dillon, so they're only about 25 laps from another green flag pit stop potentially.
But I think if you're planning that far ahead, you can start thinking about that as a driver and say, okay, I need to save a little here, save a little there. You'd just be surprised how you can stretch that fuel out when you know you need to do that.
Kyle Busch has led 84 of the 88 laps. He continues to add to his numbers of laps led, not only in the Truck Series, but all of NASCAR. He is closing in on 20,000 laps led in NASCAR. That is an unbelievable mark, but he's trying to stay in front of Ron Hornaday, who's currently running second in this race. Can he do it? Hornaday still running second behind Kyle Busch. Next Friday night, get a special pre-race edition of Trackside before the Nationwide Series race on Speed. This promises to be a pre-race party like no other. The special edition of NASCAR Trackside from Richmond begins next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Speed, your motorsports authority. And again, the Nationwide Series race right here on Speed, right after Trackside next week. Battle now for position. Elliott Sadler on the outside. Cole Witt making the move. He'll take fourth away from Elliott Sadler. Cole Witt moving to the front.
19-year-old Cole Witt, very, very impressive in that Red Bull Chevrolet for Stacy Compton's Turn 1 Racing. I'm telling you, Nelson Piquet Jr. is doing a real nice job. He pulls up to the rear tailgate of Elliott Sadler, his teammate, one of his teammates at KHI.
You know, Nelson Piquet Jr. sounded like he had a lot of confidence going into this race tonight. Talking about, you know, like the racetrack, like the open spaces in this kind of facility, and he's doing a nice job. He's fast. And
really only ran high-speed racetracks last year in his when he got his feet wet a little bit here at NASCAR.
Well, Kyle just ran a 31:33, and last time by, Nelson ran a 31:24. So he's actually the quickest truck on the track right now.
And he takes the spot away from Elliott Sadler, so Nelson Piquet Jr. moves up into the top 5. Again, after a career best start earlier today when he started in the 4th position.
See Brad Sweet pull to the inside of Shane Sieg in a 93 truck. You should see, while we're away commercial break, you should see the move that Brad Sweet, here he is racing with Ryan Sieg right there. They make contact. Brad turns it completely sideways, drives down the apron, and saves that truck.
That's amazing. It looked like last week at Talladega a couple of times that these things have got enough side force in them that you can get them that far out of shape and catch them and get them back going again without wrecking.
We talk about Brad Sweet and the fact that he runs for Casey Kane, who runs dirt, and it's amazing how much car control these guys that come from the dirt car ranks have.
Saw it last week with Dave Blaney. We saw it with Ryan Newman. Those guys that race on dirt, they're used to spinning them out about half sideways.
Well, Kyle Busch is still out front of Ron Hornaday. He has a 2-second lead now over the 33. Hermie?
Yeah, but you need to keep an eye out for Ron Hornaday. They're talking about some debris on the grill of that truck. The water temperature climbing up around and above 250 degrees. They've been trying to get up behind maybe a lap truck and turn the fan off and on, trying to get that debris to get off the nose of that truck. So we'll see if that makes him pit a little bit quicker than he wanted to, but right now, a little bit of debris on the nose, Ray.
And Hermie, we just saw lap 100 go up on the board. I expect Kyle Busch to come to pit road around 114 or 115. If this thing stays under green, from my calculations, he would need to get down pit road to get gas there. And as we said, a number of other drivers took advantage of later pits. We'll see if that could play into the factor of this race, but I'm thinking 114, we'll see the 18 peel off the racetrack.
We've just completed lap 100. We have 50 laps of racing to go.
I don't see anything on the grill at 33. It looks pretty clean to me. A lot of tape on the grill, but I don't see any debris.
How about this? Todd Bodine had led 2 laps in this race, and now he is about to go a lap down.
But look at the difference in the attitude of Kyle's truck here on the inside and Todd's on the outside. Todd's splitter stuck up in the air on the right front there, taking a lot of air up on the front of that truck.
Great battle for 10th on the right side of your screen. That's Crafton on the outside, Johnny Sauter on the inside, and the caution comes out for debris. We have some debris in turn number 2. It's the 3rd caution of the night.
That'll be a huge break for Todd Bodine. He will get the Aaron's Lucky Dogs, give that team an opportunity to come back down pit road and work on that truck some more.
And a huge break for Kyle Busch because it was closing in on the number of laps that he had left before he had to come for fuel.
And Ron Hornaday and Austin Dillon and Cole Witt and Nelson Piquet Jr. and Elliott Sadler. All those guys, it's a huge break for.
All the way down to 9th. Parker Kligerman, James Busch are running in that 9th spot. Justin Johnson is 7th. All of those drivers had come in at lap 59 or before.
Phil, if if I'm in that 30 truck, I'm going to get on that splitter and jump up and down and hope it'll go back down.
If I break it, so be it.
Yeah, it's not going to. I'm not doing any good the way I am. I got to do something.
We know that these guys can make it the rest of the way. We've already completed 102 laps with 48 laps to go. Everyone will be in their window now. This should be the last time they will have to come to pit road.
We go down trackside and Hermie Sadler.
Ron Hornaday will be coming to pit road to Jeff Hensley and crew. Jeff Hensley recommended a wedge adjustment to the right rear of this truck to get it on the left front. Ron Hornaday called it off and said, no, give me 4 tires. I can see that 18. I'll catch him next run, Ray.
Remember, Austin Dillon was saying his truck wanted to go straight to the corners late in the run. Well, it's still tied off, so they're going to make air pressure adjustments for sure on the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Cole Witt had said, you guys want to consider getting 2 tires? They said, no, we're going to need 4 to make the long run. At the very front of the pit road, you'll see Kyle Busch there. Kyle was telling him, we want to make an air pressure adjustment. They'll go down 1 pound on the right sides, and Timothy Peters will be the first one off pit road. Kyle Busch rolls out second.
You know, it was right at the line, Ray, and I think it's still going to go to Kyle Busch as far as he's going to hold on to that top spot for the restart. We take a closer look at the race off. Again, it's the white line just in front of Kyle Busch's stall. Look at how close that was.
It looks about how the margin of victory from the Cup race at Talladega last week.
That's a tie right there. I don't care what they say.
So the race off pit road looks like it's going to go to, well, the 17. We'll be right back. Speed's coverage of the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series on Speed is brought to you by Just for Men Hair Color. Live forward. Brought to you in high definition by Funai. Funai, fun and innovative. Experience more at FunaiAmerica.com. And by AT&T. Todd Bodine gets the Aaron's Lucky Dog. So that will put him back on the lead lap, and a lot of work being done to that truck during this break.
This team all through the years has been very, very good at being able to work on that truck and make it better. More cosmetic that time than anything.
Kyle Busch was scored as the winner off of pit road. Now he brings the field to the green flag. We're back underway. Timothy Peters going with 2 tire stop was second on the restart. Now here comes Ron Hornaday trying to take second away.
Whoa, man, the 3 truck went down in there and did not turn. That was almost a crash.
3 wide, 4 wide, coming off of turn number 2.
It's going to get ugly back here.
Ray, what's happening with Justin Lofton?
Well, guys, I just wanted to add him to the list of people who decided on 2 tires. They made a great track position call there, going out 5th, and Lofton was right there with the action whenever that number 3 truck got loose. He's on the high side now, but they gained track position by doing 2 tires.
Trouble! There goes Austin Dillon. Dillon was on the inside.
Hold the brake.
No contact yet. He slides.
Hold the brake. Hold the brake.
Everybody's going to miss him.
That is unbelievable. How those guys all missed him, I will never know.
He's running 5th, and he spins out in front of the entire field, and nobody hits him.
And he doesn't hit anything. He doesn't hit the wall.
Yeah.
But that truck was not very good on that restart. He was really loose going down in the corner.
Come easy. Don't let it tear the fenders off of it.
He's afraid that he's got a tire down.
Go easy. 4 tires, guys.
Take a look. What just happened on the inside of Nelson Piquet Jr.
He's just going to he chases it up the hill just a little bit. He gets a little bit loose there. He has to move up the racetrack. He makes contact with Nelson Piquet, but he was already going around when that happened.
Yeah, but look at all these trucks. Left, right, right at him right there. And everybody makes it through, slides back down the hill. Goodness gracious, that was close.
With the luck that Brendan Gaughan and the South Point Toyotas had this year, I thought maybe Austin was going to slide right up in front of Brendan. Brendan had committed to the outside, but Austin was able to stay right where he was, and Brendan able to get by on the outside. There's another shot of it right there.
Phil, I don't know what they did to that truck, the 3 truck on their last stop. Look at how close these guys get. Goodness. Ray, what do you got, buddy?
Well, they're going to do 4 tires here, Darrell, on the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. Austin Dillon said, I know I slid them bad. And you can see that of the tires coming off a little bit. Now they got rights on only. They didn't feel like they could do 4 here and still beat the pace car off. So they'll be back down for lefts here in just a second.
But the truck wasn't very good on that. I don't know what they did, made some adjustment or air pressure, whatever. But even on the start going down into turn 1, he near lost it the first time by.
And he put 4 tires on. When you put 4 tires on, you don't get the buildup on the tires like if you stay out on hot tires, if you only put